You used to climb stairs without a second thought. Now, you pause, grab the railing, and pray your knees cooperate. Sound familiar? If you're over 60, let me tell you something doctors don't say enough. When your legs start to weaken, your independence is the first thing at risk. But here's the good news. It's not inevitable. You can turn the tide. And it all begins with understanding one overlooked truth. Your legs are more than limbs. They're your foundation. When they weaken, everything above them trembles. So before we talk about exercises, superfoods, or miracle supplements, we need to have an honest conversation about what really happens as we age and why so many people aren't ready for it until it's too late. Let's start there. What would your life look like if you lost your ability to walk freely? It's a question most of us don't ask until we're forced to. We take our legs for granted until stairs feel steeper, sidewalks seem longer, and standing up from a chair becomes a conscious effort. Aging sneaks up slowly, and leg weakness is often the first red flag our bodies send. It's not just about feeling a bit stiff or slower. It's about something deeper. It's about the slow loss of independence, freedom, and connection to the world around us. You might remember a time when you could climb a flight of stairs without thinking twice. But now, maybe you pause, maybe you grip the railing a little tighter. That small shift in your daily experience is your body's way of saying, pay attention. Research backs this up. According to the National Institute on Aging, we lose as much as 3 to 5% of our muscle mass per decade after age 30, and even more after 60. This isn't just about appearance. It's about strength, balance, and long-term mobility. Take Dave, a 69-year-old retired school bus driver in Ohio. He noticed he was avoiding stairs and hesitating at curbs. It started small, he said, but then I realized I was organizing my entire life around avoiding movement. That scared me. The story is familiar to millions of older adults across the US. A recent report by the CDC revealed that 1 in 4 Americans aged 65 and older falls each year, with many never fully regaining confidence afterward. But here's the good news. With the right habits, this trajectory can be reversed. You are not destined to decline. You can rebuild strength, regain balance, and reclaim confidence, starting with your legs. In the next section, we'll explore exactly why strong legs are key to not only your physical health, but also your heart, brain, and emotional well-being. What small signals has your body been sending you lately? And are you ready to listen? What would happen to your life if your legs gave out tomorrow? It might sound dramatic, but the reality is far more common and closer than many people realize. Our legs don't just get us from one place to another. They are the very foundation of our health, our independence, and our ability to engage with the world. And when they weaken, everything else begins to unravel. Think about it like a house. No matter how beautiful or solid the structure appears on top, if the foundation is crumbling, the rest becomes vulnerable. Your legs are that foundation. These aren't just support beams for walking. Your leg muscles, especially the quads, hamstrings, and glutes, are among the largest and most powerful in your body. When they're strong, they absorb shock, reduce pressure on your joints, and protect your spine. When they weaken, that burden shifts upward to your knees, your hips, and eventually your back. What many people don't realize is that weak legs also impact circulation. Your calf muscles in particular act as a second heart, helping to pump blood from your legs back to your upper body. Without that daily movement and contraction, blood can pool, swelling increases, and your cardiovascular system suffers. Poor circulation can even lead to blood clots, a serious, often silent risk. But the effects go beyond the physical. A study from King's College London found that older adults with stronger legs performed significantly better on cognitive tests, including memory and reasoning. Movement doesn't just benefit your body, it stimulates your brain. And let's not forget one of the most devastating statistics. Falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths among adults over 65 in the US. According to the National Council on Aging, every 11 seconds, an older adult is treated in the ER for a fall. Every 19 minutes, one dies from one. Yet many of these incidents can be prevented, not with pills or pricey equipment, but with stronger legs and better balance. Robert, 72, from Colorado Springs, is a prime example. After slipping in his kitchen and spending 6 weeks recovering from a fractured hip, he committed to daily strength training. Today, he leads a weekly walking group at his local rec center. "The fall scared me," he says, "but getting stronger gave me back my confidence." So when we talk about keeping your legs strong, we're not just talking about avoiding discomfort. We're talking about protecting your future. In the next section, we'll break down the foods that fuel strong legs and help your body age gracefully from the inside out. What role do you think your leg strength is playing in how you move through life today? When was the last time you thought about how your food affects your legs? It might sound like an odd connection, but the truth is powerful. What you put on your plate has a direct impact on your strength, balance, and ability to stay mobile as you age. And for most older adults, the missing ingredient isn't willpower or motivation, it's nutrition. Let's start with protein. Muscle is made of protein, and as we get older, our ability to process and rebuild muscle from protein declines. That means older adults actually need more protein than younger ones. According to research from Tufts University, adults over 65 should aim for 1.2 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. For someone weighing 150 pounds, that's about 82 to 102 grams per day. Lean meats, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, lentils, and tofu are all excellent sources. But it's not just about protein quantity. It's about pairing it with foods that reduce inflammation and support recovery. Enter omega-3 fatty acids, found in salmon, sardines, walnuts, chia seeds, and flax. Omega-3s are essential for joint health and muscle maintenance. One study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who added omega-3s to their diet had significantly greater improvements in muscle strength during exercise. Then there's calcium and vitamin D, the dynamic duo for bone health. Without adequate vitamin D, your body struggles to absorb calcium, which puts your bones at risk. Many older Americans are low in both. Spend 10 to 20 minutes in sunlight daily if you can, and include foods like fortified milk, leafy greens, almonds, and eggs. Supplements may help, but always check with your doctor. Don't overlook antioxidants. These little compounds combat oxidative stress, a major contributor to aging muscles. You'll find them in berries, spinach, red bell peppers, sweet potatoes, and green tea. Think color. The more colorful your plate, the more likely it is to be antioxidant rich. And perhaps the most underrated nutrient of all, water. Muscles are made up of about 75% water, and even mild dehydration can make you feel weak, dizzy, or sluggish. Yet many older adults cut back on fluids to avoid extra trips to the bathroom, a trade-off that leads to more serious issues down the line. Take Joan from Madison, Wisconsin. At 71, she was feeling lightheaded during her morning walks. After a dietitian encouraged her to drink a full glass of water before breakfast and add more hydrating foods like cucumbers and oranges, her energy returned within a week. "I didn't know something so simple could make such a big difference," she said. The bottom line? No single food will fix everything, but a nutrient-rich, balanced diet can keep your muscles strong, your joints healthy, and your legs moving. Next, we'll explore the exercises that help turn that good nutrition into real, lasting strength. What healthy food or habit has made the biggest difference in how strong or energized you feel lately? When was the last time you truly challenged your legs to work for you? We often think that slowing down with age is inevitable, but the truth is, many of us simply stop asking our bodies to stay strong. The result? Muscles shrink, balance fades, and the risk of injury skyrockets. But here's the good news. It doesn't take hours at the gym to change this trajectory. Just a few intentional movements each day can completely shift how your legs feel, function, and support you. Let's start with the foundation strength training. Studies from the American College of Sports Medicine show that strength training just 2 to 3 times per week can significantly increase muscle mass and bone density in adults over 60. You don't need fancy machines. Bodyweight squats, lunges, and step-ups are incredibly effective. Resistance bands or light dumbbells add another layer as you get stronger. Balance training is equally important. Start simple. Stand on one leg for 20 to 30 seconds while brushing your teeth. Progress by closing your eyes or standing on a soft surface like a yoga mat. Tai Chi and yoga are also excellent for improving proprioception, your body's sense of position and movement. Then there's the fun stuff, rebounding. Bouncing on a mini trampoline not only strengthens the calves, glutes, and core, but also stimulates the lymphatic system, improving detoxification and energy. According to NASA research, rebounding is one of the most efficient and joint-friendly forms of exercise. Plus, it's hard not to smile while doing it. And don't underestimate the power of walking. Just 30 minutes a day of brisk walking helps improve circulation, endurance, and balance. If you're looking to boost results, add short intervals of faster walking or gentle hills to increase intensity. Want proof? Meet Ellen, a 66-year-old retired nurse from Oregon. After a minor fall shook her confidence, she started a routine that included 10 squats, 10 calf raises, and a 20-minute walk every morning. At first, it felt like nothing, she recalls. But 2 months later, I was climbing stairs without grabbing the railing. These small, consistent movements build not just strength, but confidence. Your legs remember how to be strong. They just need a little reminder. In the next section, we'll dive into one of the most overlooked muscles in your body and how training it can transform your stability. What's one simple movement you could commit to doing daily for your leg health? Have you ever stopped to consider how much your calves actually do for you? We tend to focus on our thighs or hips when we think about leg strength, but your calves, those seemingly modest muscles at the back of your lower legs, are doing heavy lifting every single day. From walking and climbing stairs to maintaining balance and supporting circulation, they play a much bigger role in aging well than most people realize. Your calves consist of two primary muscles, the gastrocnemius and the soleus. Together, they act like a second heart. That's right, when they contract, they help pump blood back up toward your torso and heart, supporting circulation and preventing fluid buildup in your lower extremities. Without strong calves, blood can pool in the legs, causing swelling, fatigue, and increased risk for blood clots. And let's not forget mobility. Calf strength directly affects your ability to push off the ground, stabilize your ankles, and absorb shock while walking. Weak calves can lead to ankle instability, poor balance, and even falls, which, as we know, are one of the most serious threats to older adults. Luckily, calf exercises are simple and effective. Start with classic calf raises. Stand tall, lift your heels off the ground, hold for 2 seconds, then lower slowly. Aim for 2 sets of 10 to 15 reps, increasing over time. Add challenge by holding light weights or doing single leg variations. If you prefer cardio, jumping rope even gently activates your calves while improving coordination and endurance. For those with joint concerns, stair climbing and walking uphill are great alternatives. You don't need fancy equipment, you just need consistency. Take Walter, 70, from Atlanta. After experiencing chronic swelling in his ankles, his doctor recommended he begin daily calf work. Within weeks of doing seated calf raises and stair walks, he noticed improved circulation and less fatigue in his legs. "I used to think my legs were just getting old," he said. "Turns out they just needed a workout. Strong calves might be small in size, but they deliver a huge impact. From posture to balance to heart health, they keep you upright, literally and figuratively." Up next, we'll explore a fun, energizing activity that trains your calves, core, and coordination all at once. Have you ever tried any exercises specifically for your calves? What did you notice afterward? When was the last time exercise felt more like play than work? For many of us, the idea of fitness brings up images of treadmills, sore joints, and routines that feel more like chores. But what if there was a simple, joyful activity that could strengthen your legs, boost your balance, and energize your body without punishing your joints? Welcome to the world of rebounding. Yes, we're talking about a mini trampoline. While it might look like something out of a kid's playroom, rebounding is actually a low-impact, high-benefit exercise endorsed by wellness experts and even NASA. Why? Because it combines 3 powerful forces: gravity, acceleration, and deceleration. With every bounce, your muscles engage, your core activates, and your circulation improves. What makes it especially effective for older adults is that rebounding is gentle on the joints. Unlike pavement or hard floors, the trampoline mat absorbs impact. That makes it an ideal option for anyone dealing with arthritis, knee pain, or balance challenges. At the same time, it stimulates the lymphatic system, your body's detox pathway, helping flush waste and reduce inflammation. But the benefits don't stop there. Rebounding improves coordination, balance, cardiovascular fitness, and even bone density. A 2016 study in the Journal of Sports Medicine and Physical Fitness found that older adults who rebounded for just 20 minutes 3 times a week showed measurable improvements in stability and strength within 8 weeks. And perhaps the best part? It lifts your mood. That bouncing motion triggers the release of endorphins, your body's natural feel-good chemicals. For older adults dealing with anxiety or low energy, this can be a game changer. Take Carol, 68, from Tucson, Arizona. After recovering from a knee injury, she was hesitant to return to her regular walking routine. Her daughter gifted her a rebounder for her birthday. At first, I felt silly, Carol admitted, but 5 minutes turned into 10, then 15. I felt more energized, and my balance improved so much, I started hiking again. To get started, all you need is a mini trampoline with a stable handlebar. Start with gentle bounces, feet barely leaving the mat. As you gain confidence, add movements like side steps, light jogs, or even arm raises. It's fun, it's freeing, and it's far more effective than it looks. Next, we'll talk about how to take all these tools and build a simple, daily routine that keeps your legs strong for years to come. Have you ever tried rebounding? If not, what kind of movement makes you feel most alive and energized? What if building stronger legs was as simple as adding a few new habits into your day? Most people think fitness has to be hard, time-consuming, or require a gym membership. But the truth is, the best health routines aren't the most intense, they're the most consistent. When it comes to keeping your legs strong, mobile, and pain-free, a handful of intentional habits practiced daily can make all the difference. Let's walk through a simple routine you can start today, right at home. Morning, drink a tall glass of water, first thing to hydrate your muscles. Do 5 minutes of calf raises or toe taps while brushing your teeth. Step outside for a short 10-minute walk and a dose of sunlight for vitamin D. Midday, eat a lunch with protein and leafy greens like a turkey wrap with spinach or a quinoa salad. Take a short break to stretch, 10 squats, 10 lunges, and some gentle twists. Evening, try 5 to 10 minutes of rebounding, standing yoga poses, or balance drills while watching TV. Finish with a light dinner, rich in healthy fats and colorful veggies. Drink another glass of water before bed to stay hydrated overnight. It's not about perfection, it's about progress and repetition. The more automatic these habits become, the more strength and stability you build without even thinking about it. Darlene, 62, from Michigan, is proof of this. After hip surgery, she printed out a simple daily checklist and taped it to her fridge. Some days I didn't do it all, she says, but even when I did half, I could feel my balance getting better. And now I walk without fear. Consistency creates change, and your legs will thank you for every step, stretch, and glass of water. In the next section, we'll explore the deeper mindset shift that helps people stick with healthy routines for life. What's one small habit you could add to your day that would help your legs feel stronger or more energized? What would change if you stopped waiting for a crisis to prioritize your strength? So many people delay taking care of their bodies until something forces them to: a bad fall, a scary diagnosis, or a moment of deep frustration. But the most powerful changes come not from fear, they come from a shift in mindset. Aging doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in gradually, one missed step or skipped movement at a time. And often, the legs are the first to speak up. Weakness isn't failure, it's feedback. It's your body asking for support, not surrender. When you reframe leg strength from something you should do to something that empowers you, everything changes. This isn't about chasing youth, it's about claiming agency. It's about making choices that tell your future self, I've got your back. That kind of mindset builds resilience, not just in your muscles, but in your confidence. Strong legs help you rise from a chair, step off a curb, catch your balance when life surprises you, and those little moments are what independence is made of. Take Gerald, 70, from Kansas City. After a minor fall left him shaken, he realized it wasn't just his legs that needed strengthening, it was his belief in what he was capable of. He started doing daily leg drills and joined a balance class at the YMCA. It wasn't about looking younger, he shared. It was about not being afraid to go grocery shopping alone. That's the shift. From fear to freedom, from decline to direction. You don't have to wait for a wake-up call. You can begin now, wherever you are, with whatever you have. In the next part, we'll dive into how to build long-term consistency so these changes stick for good. What mindset shift helped you take better care of your body? Or what shift do you think you still need to make? Have you ever noticed how the smallest actions, done consistently, can create the biggest change? That's the hidden secret of long-term leg health. It's not about waiting for motivation or finding the perfect workout plan. It's about making small, meaningful movements part of your everyday life until they become second nature. When we focus on consistency instead of intensity, the process feels manageable, even enjoyable. A 5-minute walk, a glass of water before breakfast, a few squats during a commercial break. None of these things take much time, but over days, weeks, and months, they stack up to become a foundation of strength, balance, and energy. Consider Susan from Vermont. At 67, she started with 5-minute walks after watching a PBS documentary on aging well. It seemed too simple to matter. But within a year, those walks turned into longer hikes, and eventually she signed up for a local 5K. She didn't care about her speed. She cared that her granddaughter was waiting at the finish line. I didn't win a medal, Susan laughed, but I proved to myself I wasn't done growing. The truth is, aging doesn't have to mean shrinking. It can mean expanding into new routines, new strength, and new possibilities. So ask yourself, what tiny action could you commit to each day? One that doesn't feel overwhelming but still moves you forward. Once you start, the rest gets easier. In the next section, we'll talk about how your personal commitment can inspire others around you and why caring for yourself often ripples into your family and community. What's one small change you made that ended up having a big impact on your life or health? What if your commitment to health could inspire not just your future, but someone else's today? When you take charge of your leg strength, your mobility, your daily energy, you're doing more than helping yourself. You're modeling what aging with intention can look like. And trust me, people are watching. It might be your spouse, noticing how you stand taller, your adult children, realizing they want to age well too, or your grandchildren, learning that getting older doesn't mean giving up. It means showing up again and again. You don't need a stage to lead, you just need to live it. That's exactly what Carla, 64 from Tempe, Arizona, discovered. After stumbling across a video about leg strength, she committed to daily movement. Within a few weeks, 2 friends joined her morning walks. A month later, she had unintentionally formed a neighborhood walking group that now includes more than 30 members, ages 60 to 82. We call ourselves the Sunset Striders, she laughed. It started with steps. Now it's a community. When you decide to care for yourself, you light a path for others to follow. You create space where strength becomes normal, movement becomes joyful, and health becomes contagious. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent, being visible, and being willing to go first. Next, we'll wrap up with a powerful reminder about why your legs deserve care and how the smallest steps can carry you the farthest. Who in your life might benefit from seeing you take your strength seriously? What would your life look like if your legs gave you more freedom, not less, as you age? It's easy to forget just how much our legs do for us. They carry us through celebrations, into conversations, across kitchen floors and mountain trails. They help us rise to greet someone we love. They ground us when the world feels uncertain. But the moment we begin to take them for granted is the moment we start to lose them. The good news: you don't have to wait for pain, for decline, or for fear to take action. In fact, the best time to care for your legs is now, with small steps, consistent effort, and a mindset that says, I still have so much life to walk into. Every stretch, every walk, every drop of water, every time you choose movement over comfort, you are investing in the version of you who still wants to hike, travel, play, and explore. That's what Roger, 76 from Santa Fe, discovered. After retiring, he thought his days of moving freely were behind him. But with the help of a rebounder, clean meals, and short daily walks, he found new energy. I thought my best years were behind me, he said. Turns out, They were just waiting for me to show up. You don't have to do it all at once. You just have to keep showing up. So take care of your legs. Fuel them. Strengthen them. Trust them. Because when you honor your foundation, the rest of you can rise. What are your legs still carrying you toward? And how can you support them on that journey? What if the small steps you take today could completely reshape how you live tomorrow? By now, you know the truth. Your legs are more than just limbs. They're your freedom, your anchor, and your opportunity to keep saying yes to life. They carry you through the big things, weddings, vacations, grandchildren's soccer games, but also the everyday joys, walking to the mailbox, standing at the stove, taking an evening stroll with someone you love. These moments are precious, and your legs are the vehicle that gets you there. But like anything you depend on, they need care, fuel, movement, attention. And the beautiful thing, it's never too late to start. Your body responds to consistency. Muscles grow stronger. Joints get looser. Energy returns. You don't need perfect. You need persistence. Take Roger from California. At 76, he decided to invest in a rebounder and spend 15 minutes a day moving joyfully to music in his living room. He noticed better circulation, improved mood, and renewed confidence after just 3 weeks. I didn't want to fade quietly, he said. I wanted to dance into my 80s. That spirit is what this journey is really about. Not resisting age, but rising with it. So hydrate, move, stretch, rest, nourish, laugh, and repeat. Because your legs are worth fighting for, and the life they allow you to live is worth every step. What's one moment in your life that your legs helped make possible, and how can you honor them for that today? What if the first step you take today ends up changing someone else's life tomorrow? Now that you know the value of strong legs and the freedom they bring, don't keep it to yourself. Take action not just for your own well-being, but to inspire others around you to do the same. Share this message with a friend. Talk to your partner about going for a walk together. Start a simple habit challenge with your neighbor or your church group. Small conversations lead to big shifts. When you lead by example, you become a lighthouse. You help others believe that strength, energy, and confidence are still possible at any age. Just ask Carla, 64 from Arizona. What began as her personal mission to feel stronger after retirement grew into something much larger, a community of 30-plus seniors walking together 3 times a week. We started with aches and doubts, she said. Now we move with purpose and pride. You never know who's watching: a friend, a grandchild, a neighbor, silently needing hope. So take that first step. Not someday, not when it's perfect. Today, your legs are ready. Your future is waiting. Who will you invite to walk beside you?